A lot of people know exactly what LSM is about caring for the world's most vulnerable children and helping them reach their God-given potential. They also know that we're in the business of doing business development, and sometimes the question is, how do those two things really react to each other? How does one support the other? The goal of this video is going to be purely for trying to connect those dots, presenting clearly the case for orphan care ministry, and secondly, how to support that orphan care ministry with business development. Hopefully by the time you get to the end of this video, you'll understand better the sustainability model that LSM is using long-term to take care of the operational costs through the profitability and the revenue stream from business development. Haiti's a country of phenomenal beauty. A lot of people won't have the opportunity to be there themselves, but here's a few scenes to give you an indication of just how beautiful this Caribbean country is. The country of Haiti occupies 1/3 of the island of Hispaniola. That 1/3 belonged to Spain back in 1492 when Christopher Columbus founded it. In 1700, this area of Hispaniola, the country now known as Haiti, was deeded to France. And so from 1700 to 1800 approximately, France occupied this entire country. Whenever Columbus originally came here, he came with his 3 ships. They founded it in the name of Spain. The Indian population that was here died in the next 15 to 20 years from European diseases that they brought. As a result of that, they started bringing in African slaves from the Gold Coast, the western coast of Africa. So over the course of time, Spain brought in many hundreds of thousands of slaves to work their plantations here in this area. In 1700 it was deeded to France, and France then operated these plantations and this entire area from 1700 to 1804. They were known as some of the worst slave owners in all of history. One of the things that happened, of course, that makes Haiti extremely unique is the fact that in 1794, rebellions started to happen among the slaves from the north of Haiti all the way here to the southwest. And those little rebellions began to happen, and it started to gain momentum until in 1804, there was a mass uprising and a rebellion of the 500,000 Africans who were living here in Haiti against the 40,000 French who were trying to keep them under domination. So in 1804, those 40,000 French were slaughtered by the 500,000 African slaves. As a result, in 1804, those African slaves now had a country. They had been brought in from Africa. They came here with their culture. They came here with nothing. And as a result, at the end of their slavery in 1804, they had no money, they had no education, they had no leadership abilities. All they had was a country. So many times people look at this country and wonder why it's still the way it was so many years ago and it just can't get back on its feet. We would probably say it has everything to do with the poverty that has happened here in Haiti. I'm standing in the plains of Lacaille, southwest Haiti. This entire region all around us here, the flat plains, were used as plantations for sugarcane, for coffee, for cotton, for tobacco. for indigo ink, and it was an extremely busy place during the 1600s and 1700s until the overthrow in 1804. But these plains were filled with African people, slaves, who were busy doing the work for the French. This whole area was known as the Pearls of the Antilles, and the Pearls of the Antilles were supplying huge amounts of product to Europe and to England in huge ways that subsidized this entire country. It was the wealthiest colony that was supplying products abroad. Scattered throughout the plains of Lakai, which is where we are at right now, were many, many plantations. And these plantations were used for processing all kinds of products: the coffee, the cotton, the tobacco, the sugarcane. Behind us here is a sugarcane plantation from the early 1700s operated by the French. There would be hundreds and hundreds of slaves in this area that were supplying the sugarcane for this plantation right here. Right behind us here, if we'd go into that, you would see spillways for the water. You would see a huge area where the millstone would crush the sugarcane to produce the syrup. That would end up going further behind me into more channels for the sugarcane syrup and water that would go into the big copper kettles, which are still in there, that were being used for processing the sugarcane into sugar, into syrup, and into rum. Behind me is a slave jail or prison from the early 1700s. Slaves that were disobedient were disciplined by being put into this prison for a period of time. The French were known to be among the most cruel of all slave owners throughout the 1700s, and such was the case here. History tells us that there were many slaves who were mistreated by the French landowners by digging a hole and putting the disobedient slave in the hole and covering him up to his neck, and then pouring sugarcane syrup on top of their heads to let the insects and the ants eat that person. Other times, slaves were chased down by dogs and actually allowed to be attacked and eaten by those dogs. Whippings, all kinds of enforcements were used to take care of these slaves. They were inhumanely treated, and all of the wealth and all of the beauty of this country was born on the backs of the African slaves. We're in a small village in the plains of Lakai, and we're choosing this spot to give you a little bit of an idea of the typical Haitian homes that people have here in the plains. Poverty is very, very real here as a direct result of so many things. Whenever the French were overthrown, they issued a fine against the new country of Haiti and the African slaves of $21 billion in today's dollars. That took until 1949 to pay. If you think of what those dollars could have meant to this country of Haiti, it would have made a huge difference. But today, we still have the poverty, and it continues. This particular hut behind us is made of rocks and mud and some tin that could be gathered, and a dirt floor and excess wood that were able to be picked up for scraps to build the home. And this is where this woman has lived for many, many years. She had quite a few children, and 3 of her children were given away as restivek. Restivek is essentially a child slave, a child who has been given away because a mama couldn't care for the child, so she gave it to another family in the hopes that that child could be well taken care of and have a better life. She gave away 3 of her boys many years ago. She's never seen those 3 boys again. And that's sad, because there are 300,000 children like that who have been given away as restiveks in Haiti. 80% of those are girls under the age of 13 who are treated very, very horribly, abused in many, many ways. Not all restiveks are treated badly, but most are, and it's a horrific life for these children. So it's very, very hard for parents to give away their child, but she would have no idea of how they were treated. The poverty in Haiti has created an environment where 60% of the people live on less than $2.41 a day. Another 24% live under $1.21 a day. That's 84% of all the Haitian people who live on less than the national poverty level of Haiti. Very, very poor. As a direct result of that, it drives the rest of that system, and it drives everything else about Haiti. There's an estimated 1 million orphans and highly vulnerable children living in Haiti. The typical way for those children to be taken care of is in orphanages, of which there are literally hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of orphanages. Behind us is a large orphanage, the largest that I know of in Haiti, at least in southwest Haiti. It holds up to 600 boys and some girls. The typical way, again, is orphanages. It's not the typical way that LSM is taking care of kids, and we'd like to describe to you the typical way that LSM takes care of orphans and vulnerable children. In an orphanage, when the children finally get to the age of 18, they age out. And that's the typical thing that happens to the children in Haiti. They end up getting food, clothing, and shelter and their basic necessities throughout their younger years, but at age 18 they end up being on the streets, into the villages, without life skills and without viable jobs and employment for their ongoing future. The mission of LSM is to care for the world's most vulnerable children and help them reach their God-given potential. Our goal is, as that happens to them, by LSM pouring into them many, many things, they would become the future country changers of Haiti. Haiti has been what it's been for hundreds of years, and Haiti really desires the youth of this country to grow up to become the country changers. LSM's goal is to pour into them everything we possibly can to make that happen. Haiti is a phenomenally beautiful country, but there are huge amounts of issues and problems, as we know. LSM is in the ministry and the mission of helping to change some of those things. We're thankful for an LSM staff that helps to make that happen. The centerpiece of what we do is purely about the gospel. We know that these children who came from highly vulnerable, orphaned, child slave backgrounds would not have had an opportunity to hear about the gospel. These homes are all about the gospel. On a daily basis, they're hearing the gospel, they're hearing the message of Jesus Christ, and these are young men and women that are coming to Christ, and we're thankful for that. We also, of course, want them to become the future country changers of Haiti. They have stories full of redemption. They come from horrible backgrounds, the poorest of the poor, the last, the least, the lost, and the lonely, and they are coming into a position of being able to be utilized for Christ. They're going to be using gospel projects to reach out into their communities, the unchurched, to help them come to the church. They're having opportunities of using their life that had been full of loss and grief and the loss of a mom and a dad, and being redeemed from that and coming to this point now of having a lifetime family. It's truly a biblical concept. If we look at Genesis chapter 1 and 2, we read all about God's plan for family, and it is a lifetime family. That's one of the things that makes LSM unique in the orphan care ministry world, and that's the fact that our families are for life, and our families are all about the culture from which they are in. We thank God for bringing together this vision at LSM to care for the world's most vulnerable children. The mission of LSM is to help the world's most vulnerable children reach their God-given potential. Here in Haiti, we have 20 homes of hope. There are 240 children in those homes, 12 boys or 12 girls in each of those homes, with a mom and a dad. These are lifetime families. Those families will be enduring for a lifetime. That's the goal, that's the mission. LSM pours a lot of things into those children. We put in food, clothing, shelter, health, and education, but we also pour in a lot of other things like critical thinking, creative thinking, logic, reasoning skills, English language, music, artistry for the creative thinking. Those are the kinds of things that we pour into these families. That's the essence of what LSM is all about in Haiti. Besson came to our Welsh Home of Hope when he was 7 years old. He was extremely sick, and as a result of that, he had been living in a person's yard and with no access of getting inside the house. He was fed outside the house. He was considered what they call here a yard kid, somebody who lived in someone's yard. Here in the LSM Home of Hope, he's been getting all kinds of health care and a good education, and above all things, a family. LSM found Reberson when he was 9 years old. His mother had passed away, his dad was very ill, and he and his brothers were alone as orphans. and he had a lot of health issues, a lot of health problems when he came to our home, but he's been here now for 9 years and grown up to be a fine young man at the age of 18. We're thankful for Reberson. 11 years ago, underneath this mango tree, I first met Jesla. She was 8 years old at the time, and she was an orphaned girl living with her grandmother. Her grandmother brought her to LSM in the hopes that she could live in our home at Torbeck. I asked the grandmother how Jesla was doing, and she says, oh, she gets sick. And I said, how does she get sick? Is it her head? Is it her chest? Is it her stomach? And she says, oh, it's her stomach that gets sick. And I asked her, why does she always get sick in her stomach? And she says, it happens whenever she eats dirt. And I asked her why she would eat dirt. And she said, don't you know anything about Haiti? When children don't have enough to eat, sometimes they eat dirt. And that was the situation that Jesla came from. We're thankful that today she's 19 years old. She's doing a wonderful, wonderful thing in her school and in her church. And we're thankful to have her part of our Torbeck Home of Hope. Standing in front of a typical Haitian school, 66% of all Haitian children are able to get into kindergarten. Only about 8% actually graduate from high school. Of those 8% that graduate from high school, 2% will go into university. Of those that go into college and university, 83% will leave upon graduation and go to employment outside of Haiti. So there's a huge brain drain. The typical child coming into the school system in Haiti learns what we call rote memorization, where they memorize essentially a book and take the state exam then to go on to the next grade. LSM does some things that are different, which we'll explain a bit later. We're here at LSM Tech. As our young men and women graduate from high school out of our 20 homes of hope, they have an opportunity to come here for a period of 2+ years to get university level training here at our LSM Tech. Some of them will live in the dormitories that we have behind us here and travel to Kais for university at the American University or other universities in Kais. While they live here, they're going to have the opportunity to work at our adjacent 40-acre ag park. They'll be actually earning their tuition and earning their book costs and earning their education as they stay here at LSM Tech. Most children don't have an opportunity to go on to university training, and we're thankful that here at LSM Tech they're going to have the opportunity not only to learn vocations but learn life skills and learn a variety of university level education. We've already had a few of our young men and women graduate from high school and move on to university training. We have like 25 more graduating in the next 5 years, and they'll be coming out here and filling these dorms. There'll be 2 students in each of these dorms. One of the exciting things is that with all the businesses that we are now developing in our sustainability model for business development, we'll need to embed young men and women into those businesses for the success of those businesses as well as employment opportunities for them. Here they can receive that training or at university in Kais to be embedded into those businesses. One of the core values that LSM has is to never do the things that Haitians can do. And we're really thankful to have a top-level group of managers and supervisors in Haiti taking care of things that missionaries used to do. One of our core values is to work our missionaries out of a job. With LSM, we have no missionaries on the ground. We have technical advisors to come down and do certain things to introduce new concepts. But this is the management team that takes care of business for LSM in Haiti. We're very thankful for each of them.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
One of the things that LSM needs to be successful in Haiti is a relationship with the Haitian church. LSM is tightly affiliated with the Mission of Evangelical Baptist Southern Haiti, normally called MEBISH. MEBISH provides the spiritual, the emotional, the cultural context for everything that we do. We rely heavily upon them. We don't come with the intent of thinking we are expert at sharing the gospel to the Haitian people. God has designed the Haitian church to do that. We don't feel that we are the experts in knowing the culture, the language, and everything else that's necessary in Haiti. God has already equipped the Haitian church to do that. 15% of the Haitian people are evangelical Protestants, and that is a group of people that we believe God has ordained to take care of the problems of Haiti. We are thankful to be able to partner with them. They are adamantly against voodoo and preach against it. LSM has a philosophy of developing sustainability through business development projects that will add revenue to our not-for-profit side, which is taking care of kids. So we have a for-profit side that's generating profits and revenue to take care of the operational costs of the not-for-profit side. That's our long-term sustainability as an organization. Rather than continuing to rely upon dollars coming in from the U.S. to take care of Haiti's problems, we're looking to supply Haitian people with Haitian dollars to take care of Haitian problems. We're here at one of our 3 business parks. This is the agricultural park. It's 40 acres, and we have a variety of things here that are generating revenue. We have beef, we have pigs, we have poultry, and we have eggs. All 4 of those products are able to generate revenue that help with the sustainability of LSM. One of the core values and principles of LSM is that we develop sustainability projects that provide revenue and profit to operate our not-for-profit side, which is taking care of kids. As a result of that, we do business development. Here at the industrial park, we have a variety of businesses that are going on to accomplish just that. Here in Haiti, there are many people who don't have jobs, 80% unemployment. The last thing we want is for our children to end up with a vocation, with a university training, and still not have a job. So our business development projects provide employment opportunities not only for our young men and women, but also for Haiti in general. There's a wide variety of employment opportunities here. The other aspect of what we do is developing revenue to support the not-for-profit side. The number one question that people have about Haiti is, how can Haitians afford to buy grocery products, motorcycles, aggregate, blocks, a wide variety of things if they are the poorest country in the Western Hemisphere, if 80% are unemployed, if 84% make less than the national poverty level? How do they have the money to actually purchase those things? The answer is this. 10 million people live in Haiti. 3 million Haitians live outside of Haiti in France, Canada, United States, and the Caribbean. They are sending in $2 billion every year into Haiti to purchase products, to provide funding for their family, their friends, to develop their homes for the future, to buy land, and that amount of money is coming into Haiti. So there is money here. The answer is getting quality product for them to purchase. LSM's 10-acre industrial park is situated right on the river in Lacaille, Haiti. On the industrial park site, we have a wide variety of equipment for crushing, washing, and processing aggregate, as well as a block plant for making 6-inch and 8-inch blocks for construction in Haiti. Many people ask whether or not there's any chance we're going to run out of raw product to produce our aggregate from. The mountains in the background, when there's a flash flood, produce all kinds of rock that flow down into the river. So there's just a continual replenishing of the rocks in the river. We gather all of those rocks, and there's a wide variety of sizes that we pull out of different pools and in the riverbed and put into our Mack trucks. Those trucks end up then taking that product up the bank another 100 yards or so to our industrial plant site where we do the processing. At the industrial park site, the first operation is to take that raw aggregate from the river and load it into the top of the hopper of our Eagle impact crusher. Inside the impact crusher are large bars that throw the aggregate against steel walls to crush it and to pulverize it into a variety of smaller sizes of aggregate that can then be used for concrete block, for sand, for precast concrete, for a wide variety of uses in Haiti. After that raw aggregate is now pulverized, it's dropped into a large hopper. That large hopper puts the material to the top of our Superior Industries wash plant. In that Superior Industries wash plant, we are washing all of that aggregate with 500 gallons per minute of water that washes away the dirt and the clay, and all the sand is dropped through the sand screw onto a conveyor, onto a pile, and the rest of the aggregate is separated by a screening process into 3 or 4 various sizes of aggregate. Some of that aggregate is then dropped into a Gator cone crusher. That Gator cone crusher pulverizes the material to a finer level where it produces more sand and more finer aggregate for use in the block plant as well as other sand operations. The different products are then loaded on trucks that end up taking it to the construction site or to our block plant for the making of our blocks. LSM has a block factory where we make concrete blocks, 6-inch and 8-inch. We use a cement tech mixer which mixes sand, raw aggregate, cement, and water into a very dry mixed product. That product then is mixed and goes up a conveyor to the top of a machine which is called a Besser block production machine. We have men who load heavy steel plates onto a conveyor that index automatically into the machine, and these are where the blocks are actually made on top of those steel plates. So as they are cycled into the machine, they are cycled underneath a mold that is filled with the mix that we've made with our cement tech mixer. It's dropping into the top of the Besser machine where that mix is now compressed and molded inside of that mold and vibrated every 8 seconds. 3 8-inch blocks emerge or 4 6-inch blocks emerge. Again, these are high-strength, machine-made, very consistent, high-quality blocks that are being produced 3 every 8 seconds. They cycle underneath a brush that cleans off the top of the blocks, and they go into an unloading robot where the blocks are put into layers where there's going to be 7 sets of blocks in the unloading mechanism. When those 7 rows of blocks fill up the unloader mechanism, we have an indexer that comes in and picks up those 7 rows of blocks, those 21 blocks, and removes them and indexes. They're lifted out of the unloader and rotated and put into curing racks. These curing racks will hold 42 blocks, and those blocks stay in the racks for 24 hours inside the building for their initial curing. After the curing is completed in 24 hours, the blocks are taken out of the racks, they're palletized, and they're put out into the yard for sun curing over a period of time. Then they are loaded onto our semi-trailer for hauling to construction sites, or sometimes they're loaded into pickups for small residential owners, or they're put into the back of dump trucks, whatever it takes to get the product out to the construction site.
Enzo's our manager at the industrial park for making all the blocks and all the aggregate. When we were making blocks this morning, he stopped production, and I asked him why he was stopping production. And he said this.
I want to make the perfect block. I have one block is 1/16 different than the other. I try to stop and to make all of them even because I want to sell very, very good block.
We produced 3 blocks at a time, and the third block on that side was 1/16 of an inch shorter than the block on this side. And he had to make an adjustment to get them right. When you think about a concrete block being within a 1/16 of an inch and not being good enough, this is the man who makes things right for LSM.
Yes, I want to make that for me too, because I'm living in Haiti. I need to see all the children in Haiti have better education, better, become better to help Haiti too.
98% of construction in Haiti is done with concrete blocks. It's very easily produced by people in their backyards with a single form, and they'll use unwashed sand, unwashed aggregate, cement, some water, mix it on the ground, and then pour it into the form to produce a block. These are the typical blocks that are made in Haiti. They can withstand about 300 pounds per square inch compression, which is one of the reasons so many people died during the earthquake of 2010. 300,000 people died. And that was one of the problems. If you look at these blocks, it requires a huge amount of mortar to get them to fill up the gaps, and you'll see just a lot of mortar. It'll take 3 times the amount of mortar to build a wall or build a house than it does with LSM's concrete blocks that have 6 times the PSI strength and compressive value to withstand earthquakes and withstand hurricanes. We're here at LSM Tech, and this is the bathroom and the shower facility for our young men and women as they come to the dormitories and live here on site for 2+ years. I wanted to show the construction of our LSM blocks. These blocks are high-strength, machine-made blocks that require much smaller amounts of mortar for the joints because they are square and they are uniform and they are machine-made. With LSM's efforts at business development, one of the things that we need to do very clearly is develop Haitian men and women with vocations, education, their English, and develop their aptitudes. And there's huge amounts of quality in the Haitian men and women that we have on staff. We're really excited that we have construction crews that are able to do quality construction techniques with quality. So this R&D building that's behind me is something that was engineered, something that was put on print, and our Haitian contractors and construction people were able to work off of those engineered prints to produce the quality building that we have behind us. This is a very, very strong, capable building. The construction techniques is something that it takes a while for our Haitian people to learn. But if you can look at the quality of our blocks, LSM blocks, as well as their construction techniques, you'll see the quality that's going into the building and construction of our buildings. LSM produces 2 sizes of concrete blocks, 8-inch and 6-inch. The 8-inch are used predominantly in heavy-duty construction. The 6-inch are used more in the standard construction of Haiti. I wanted to show the comparison here of the 8-inch blocks. This block here is our LSM block. It is machine-made, it is square, it is consistent on every side. This is a typical block that's made in Haiti in a single form in someone's backyard, and that's the production quality block that is typically used here in Haiti. Lots of deformity, out of square, and very coarse. The 6-inch block that we make is also likewise very square, very consistent, high strength, and this is the typical 6-inch block that's made here in Haiti that is used. And again, we stress what happens with this kind of block and the devastation that happened during the earthquake. I thought we'd try a non-scientific test, physical test of the strength of blocks. Standard Haitian 6-inch block. LSM standard 6-inch block. This is the LSM retail sales site. It's going to be the future location along the airport road of 20 shops in a strip mall. Right here in the very front corner is going to be our motorcycle dealership, concrete block sales and aggregate sales, as well as solar sales, and many other shops all the way down to the other end In between, over this tin fence and this side of that white wall is the area where the grocery store and other shops are going to be. Then as you keep on moving around, you get to the R&D building, Research and Development building, which is an incubator for new businesses, new manufacturing, new production. Coming on around, we get into an area where there will be warehousing and a manufacturing facility for high production manufacturing of a variety of products to be made in Haiti by Haitians with Haitian dollars, taking care of Haitian problems. There are no retail sales stores or strip malls anywhere in southwest Haiti, in the whole bottom third of Haiti. LSM is in a position of developing retail sales and distribution for many products to many of the cities in southwest Haiti. Up to the north of us is Jeremy, where there are thousands and thousands and thousands of people who have to get all their product from Port-au-Prince. It's a long way and it's very difficult, but LSM is in a position of becoming one of the strategic suppliers of products throughout all of southwest Haiti. LSM has a 10-acre industrial park, and that of course has the block manufacturing, aggregate manufacturing, precast concrete manufacturing facility. There are 3 industrial parks in the very north part of Haiti up at Cape Haitian. There's 7 industrial parks in Port-au-Prince. In the whole bottom third of southwest Haiti, there are no industrial parks. So LSM, with its 10-acre industrial park, has the only one in all of southwest Haiti. This 10-acre retail site is the only one in all of southwest Haiti. The research and development facility behind me is the only R&D facility specifically as an incubator for new products, new inventions, new manufacturing, new processes anywhere in Haiti. We know of no other R&D facility like that anywhere. We are strategically in a position as LSM to become the beginning of the business development for southwest Haiti. One of the downsides of Haiti is that there are very, very few jobs. With 80% unemployment, it makes it very, very difficult for the 10 million people of Haiti to actually find employment. The building here behind us is our 7,000 square foot research and development facility. This facility is purely an incubator for new manufacturing, new products, new ideas, new concepts, innovative thinking for the future of Haiti. There's none other R&D building anywhere in Haiti that we are aware of. We're thankful that this is the future of manufacturing, of products, of jobs and employment here in the Lakai community and beyond. Inside the R&D building are 4 large rooms that are going to be home for all the equipment necessary to do machining, to do fabrication and welding, to do carpentry, as well as a mechanics garage. And that's going to be the essence of what's going to make this R&D facility take products from vision and from beginning into the development, manufacturing, and actual use of products here in southwest Haiti. Inside the R&D building, we also have room for many offices, as well as a conference room behind us. All the manufacturing facilities for R&D is out that direction, and this is going to be the hub for the future business development of LSM in Haiti. This is one of our 4 1,000 square foot rooms that is going to be used for housing the equipment for all of our machining equipment. Over here is the room, the same size room that will be used for all the fabrication and welding. The third is going to be used for all the carpentry equipment, and beyond that is for the large mechanics garage, where we will use that for training young men in the arts of mechanic. We have several business development endeavors here in Haiti, all of them providing job opportunities for our young men and women, as well as providing revenue and profit stream for the operation of our Homes of Hope. This is our Nouvelle Aube grocery store. It's a small grocery store, but it's a place where our young men and women are being taught the ins and outs of retail and wholesale, food distribution, pricing structure, accounting, many, many things. It's developing a great team of young people here who are making this happen. In summary, there's 2 components of LSM which merge together into one. There's the not-for-profit side, which helps some of the world's most vulnerable children, orphans, and child slaves reach their God-given potential. Our 20 Homes of Hope are permanent families for 240 children with their new mom and dad. With a Christ-filled, godly home, these children are being given all the tools necessary to become the next generation of country changers for Haiti. The second component is the for-profit side of LSM-owned businesses generating revenue to sustain our Homes of Hope. LSM's goal is to utilize Haitian people with Haitian dollars to take care of Haitian problems rather than a never-ending cycle of utilizing Americans with American dollars. All the revenue from the LSM businesses stay in Haiti for true sustainability of our Homes of Hope. Beyond creating revenue, the businesses provide job opportunities for the Home of Hope young men and women, as well as employment opportunities for other Haitians. We want to thank all of you who are praying continually for LSM's mission of caring for the world's most vulnerable children, as well as for our business development sustainability model. Your support and funding is making it possible. We believe together we can make a difference that is groundbreaking and innovative in the biblical LSM model of how to do cross-cultural ministry. Thanks and God's blessings to each of you for walking together with us on behalf of the vulnerable children of Haiti.